Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my second lesson of D2 chapter number 4 exercise 4C. In this lesson I'll be teaching you factorization by using special algebraic identities. Before going to the lesson, there are some key terms. That what are the algebraic identities? There are basically three commonly used algebraic identities. Two of them are a square plus 2ab plus b square, which can be written in the form of a plus b whole square, and the other one is a square minus 2ab plus b square, and that can be written in form a minus b whole square. They're called perfect square identities with sum or difference. And the third identity is known as difference between two squares, and it is a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. Let's move to the question. Question 2 of basic level says factorize each of the following expressions completely. If you look at a part, that is m square minus 10m plus 25. This is standard quadratic expression. We have learned a lot about the factorization of quadratic expression by hit and trial method. But before going to the question, we have to see that whether hit and trial method or the application of these identities is suitable for the situation. How to decide this? For that, we have to see the first term, that is m square. It is already a square term. If you look at the last term, 25. 25 is a perfect square. We have the number 5, whose part 2 will give me 25 back. And if you look at the middle term is the product of the square root of 5 and m with 2. So, preferably we are going to apply perfect square identity either with sum or with difference on such situations. Which identity we are going to apply, that depends upon the sign of middle term. If the middle term has a negative sign, then we will be applying the perfect square identity with difference. Let's move to the question and express it in form of identity. M square can be written as m whole square and 25 can be written as 5 whole square. Coming to the middle term, I have to write 2 and a from the first bracket, that is m, and b from the second bracket, that is 5. So if mentally we multiply these two terms, we can get minus 10 back. Now what we have to do for our convenience, what we can write is m square minus 2 into 5 into m, because numbers always have to be written before the variable, and m whole square. Now, what we will be doing, will be taking a from this part and b from this part, and it will take the form m and 5, and what sign will be coming in between, that is the middle sign of the question, and my question will take the form m minus 5 whole square. I hope this is clear to you. Moving to the second question. Second question is 169n square minus 52n plus 4. Again, look at 169 and 4. They are the perfect squares. So for this lesson, I would request you to please have a good command on the tables, squares and square roots. Think about the number whose square is 169. I hope that is 13. So I can write it 13n whole square. Coming to the last part, that is 4. What is the number whose square is 4? I have to write the square root of that number inside the bracket, and it will become 2 square. Moving to the middle part, minus 2 from the formula. A is 13n and b is 2. B is 2 by comparing it with identity. Now what we can do one more step here, that write down the constants in the beginning of the variable. It can be written 13n whole square minus 2 into 13 into again 2 and n and plus 2 square. Now write it in form of a minus b whole square, and for that what we will be doing, we'll be taking a from this part and b from this part, and I can write it in the form 13n minus 2. The sign of middle term will come as it is at the middle place. I hope you are clear about this question. Let's move to the next question. Next question is 81 minus 180p plus 100p square. Think about the numbers whose square is 81 and 100. 81 and 100. 81 is the square of 9. So I have to write it in form of 9 whole square. Coming to the last part, it can be written as 10p whole square, and at middle place I have to write 2 and a from the first part, that is 9, and b from the second part, that is 10p. Now it's better to perform one more step, that is 9 square minus, it's okay, 2 into 9 into 10 into p plus 10p whole square. Now write it in form of identity, that a minus b whole square, a from the first part and b from the second part, and my expression will take the form 9 minus 10p, 9 minus 10p whole square. Easy. I hope you are clear about this question. So you should have the good command on tables, squares and square roots, and mental calculations to get better results for this topic. Let's move to the next question. The next question is 49q square minus 42qr plus 9r square. Think about the numbers whose squares are 49 and 9. I hope for 49, 7 is the suitable number, and I'll write 7q whole square. And for the last part, I will write 3r whole square. Coming to the middle part, I have to mark minus sign as it is. 2 from the identity, a is 7q, and b is 3r. So I can perform one more step, that's 7q whole square minus 2 into 3 into 7 into qr. I do not have to multiply this back, but mentally I have to see whether I can get this 42 back or not, plus 3r whole square. Now finally, what we have to do, we have to write it in form of identity. So I'll be taking a from this part and b from this part, and my expression will take the form 7q, and this sign will be coming as it is, minus 3r whole square. I hope you have understood today's lesson. For the next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Like, share and subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time, and write your comments in comment section. Thank you very much.